The key to succeeding with women is to run so much volume that it would be mathematically unlikely to fail, to end up having no options or having to settle for women that you're not really attracted to. You need to make that unlikely mathematically. And the sad thing is, most guys, most men run so little volume in regards to dating that it would be unlikely to succeed. And they fixate, partly it's the fault of red pill, black pill, all these different people giving terrible advice. They fixate on, oh, once I'm X body fat percentage, or in my city it's hard, or whatever. You've run so little volume that it would be strange if you succeeded. Because you have to understand, as a man, unless you are exceptionally good looking or have a very high level of status, women are not going to just automatically pursue you. You can look at stats that prove this. Most women will not ask men out. They will not approach men. They won't even send the first message. They won't lean in for the kiss. They're not going to invite you to go home with them because they know the man is supposed to do that. So why take the risk when they know men will do that? So if you have a lack of options, the question you need to ask yourself is, okay, how much volume? I know it's not romantic, but it's what's real. It's what actually matters. How much volume have I ran? And volume means how many girls have I asked on dates? And when I'm going on dates, did I go for the kiss? Did I invite them back home with me? Or did I just say, it was nice meeting you, and wonder why they didn't want to meet again? So how much volume, how many women are you making the ask? That one girl at work that you've been talking to for 5 months doesn't count. That's 5 months spending time on one girl. And you're like, but she's special. No, you're just attached to her because you're running no volume. And so because women are a scarce resource, the one that's giving you attention feels special, feels like she's this unicorn. No, it's because you're too afraid, you have too much ego, you're making too many excuses to actually run volume, to meet a lot of women, and to find the ones you genuinely have chemistry with. If you were to approach 100 women this week, you'd probably get a few dates. And anyone, if they really wanted to, could do that. And you'll say, yeah, but I don't have time. You have time for porn. You have time for TikTok. You have time for Marvel Rivals. You have time, look at the screen time on your phone. If you're going to say, I don't have time, you're probably wasting 5 hours a day, maybe even more. The time is there. It's fear. It's anxiety. If you ran volume, you would start seeing results. Does that mean dating is just a numbers game? There's no skill involved? Just ask a lot of girls out? No, of course, there's a lot of factors. How good looking you are, how charismatic you are, knowing how to move things forward, knowing how to sexualize, how to escalate. All these things matter. All of those things are important. But if you start running volume, even if you're not good looking, you're not very smooth, etc. Even if you don't have much skill, just like basketball, even if your shot sucks, you're gonna make it some of the time. And those wins will build confidence that leads to more wins. But most guys are running so little volume, asking no women out per week, no women out per month, maybe one every 6 months. And that's what I mean by volume. How many women are you asking out? And if you get dates, are you actually making a move? And the answer for most people watching this, for most modern men who are complaining about how hard dating is, how modern women are this and that, it's really not that hard. You just have to admit on some level that you're kind of being a bitch about it, that you're letting your fear of rejection control you, that you're not treating this like a skill because you want to be romantic. But how has that worked so far? Fixating on one girl at a time, not using volume to your advantage. How has that worked so far? And what you need to understand is women run volume by existing. If they have an Instagram, guys are DMing them. If they have a Tinder, guys are hitting them up. If they go to a bar, guys approach them. They don't have to proactively run volume. And this is true even for average women. You put the average girl and a really good looking guy in a bar. I've done this, by the way, as an experiment. The girl will get approached multiple times. The guy, barely, if ever, will get approached. So women are running volume by default, by existing. And therefore, if you're not, why would you expect to have any success? Like, the economics just don't add up. And this also applies to online dating. Now, first, you need to actually get good pictures. Get a photo shoot. Stop taking these weird bathroom selfies where you mean mug the camera and think, oh, I guess I'm ugly because I get no matches. Get a professional photo shoot. And in many cases, your matches will 10x, 20x, or even more, but this same principle applies to dating apps just as much as real life. And you might be thinking, well, that's hard. I have approach anxiety. I'm an introvert. Okay, well, if you don't want to do it, settle for the one unattractive girl that hits on you really obviously every 6 months. Settle for having a scarcity of options, because those are your two choices. Either start running volume, start meeting more women, start putting yourself out there, develop the skill of success with women, or just keep doing what you're doing and settle for mediocre results.